As we step into our 50s, 60s, or 70s, it's not just our bodies that change. Our minds, emotions, and the way we experience food begin to shift too. And there's something many doctors don't tell older adults. Eating is not only about nutrition. Eating is social. Eating is emotional. Eating is memory, connection, and sometimes even loneliness. Many older adults in the United States quietly say, food doesn't taste as good as before. I live alone, so I don't feel like cooking. I eat just to get it over with, not to enjoy it. And often, it's not because they're not hungry. It's not because the food is bad. It's because there's no one to share the meal with anymore. No partner, no spouse, no loved one sitting across the table. In the US, more than 1/3 of people over 60 live alone. And research tells us this clearly. Eating alone significantly reduces dopamine and serotonin, the chemicals that create pleasure and enjoyment, meaning a person may see the food, smell the food, yet the brain doesn't trigger pleasure, and then slowly they start eating less, losing weight, losing muscle, feeling tired, weakening bones and joints, increasing their risk of falls, sleeping poorly, feeling down. All of this, starting from one thing. The meal feels empty. Today, we're going to explore a very different way of looking at eating after age 50. Why do social and emotional factors affect appetite so deeply? Why does loneliness make us eat less? Why does losing a loved one make flavors fade away for months or even years? Why does retirement suddenly make meals feel pointless? And most importantly, how can you enjoy food again, regain strength, and bring joy back to your meals, whether you live alone or with family? This video is for you, for anyone in their 50s, 60s, 70s, or beyond who wants to regain appetite. For those losing muscle, losing weight, or feeling tired after meals. For those who look at their dinner plate and feel nothing. No excitement, no emotion, just routine. Today, I'll walk with you not only as someone who understands older adult nutrition, but also as someone who understands the emotions, losses, and quiet changes happening inside as we age. This isn't just a video about nutrition. This is about life, emotion, health, and the journey of finding balance again, in your body and in your heart. So now let's begin with the most important question. Why does appetite decline as we get older? The answer lies in a complex mix of biology, hormones, neuroscience, loneliness, memory, and the silent transitions that happen after age 50. Before we can rebuild appetite, joy, and energy, we need to understand what truly happens inside the body and the mind. As we age, appetite isn't just a feeling, it's a complex interaction of hormones, sensory changes, emotions, medications, and social connection. And after age 50, many of these systems begin to shift, sometimes subtly, sometimes dramatically. The biology of aging appetite. A. Your sense of taste and smell begin to fade. Most people don't realize this, but taste buds naturally decrease with age. By age 60, many adults lose 50 to 60% of their taste sensitivity. Sweet tastes feel weaker. Salty foods taste flat. Subtle flavors disappear. Foods that once brought comfort suddenly feel bland. Smell also declines, and smell contributes up to 70% of flavor recognition. When smell fades, food stops sparking memories or excitement. Science has a name for this: presbyosmia, age-related smell loss. And when your senses dim, your appetite dims too. B. Hormone changes. Shut down hunger signals. Hormones like ghrelin, the hunger hormone, leptin, and dopamine slowly shift after age 50. Ghrelin releases less, you feel hungry less often. Dopamine drops, food becomes less rewarding. Serotonin fluctuates. Mood and appetite decline together. This isn't your fault. It's chemistry. C. Digestion slows down. The stomach empties more slowly with age. This can cause early fullness, bloating, low appetite, slower digestion. Many older adults think, "I'm full after just a few bites." That's not because they ate a big meal. It's because the stomach is slower than before. D. Loss of muscle mass changes metabolism. Starting around age 50, we naturally lose 1–2% of muscle mass every year. This condition is called sarcopenia. Muscle loss makes your body burn fewer calories. You feel hungry less often. But ironically, you need to eat more protein to stop losing muscle. So appetite goes down right when the body needs nutrients the most. The psychological causes. Appetite and emotions are connected. Food is emotional. Food is memory. Food is identity. Food is connection. When the emotional ground shifts, appetite shifts too. A. Loneliness is one of the biggest causes of appetite loss. In the US, loneliness among older adults is considered an epidemic. Studies show lonely adults eat up to 30% fewer calories. They lose interest in preparing meals. They snack randomly instead of eating real meals. Their taste perception drops due to lower dopamine levels. Loneliness doesn't just make you feel sad, it chemically reduces your desire to eat. B. Bereavement and grief can dim the senses. When a spouse or partner passes away, appetite often disappears for months, even years. Many older adults quietly say, "Food lost its meaning." The table feels empty. Cooking for one doesn't feel worth it. Grief disrupts sleep, hormones, and the reward system of the brain. This directly suppresses the signals that would normally tell you, "Let's cook, let's eat, let's enjoy this." C. Depression. In older adults, often looks different. You don't need to feel sad to be depressed. For many adults over 50, depression appears as loss of motivation, fatigue, poor sleep, forgetfulness, loss of appetite. Some say, "I'm just getting older," but often it's a treatable emotional imbalance. D. Stress and anxiety reduce hunger. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, which interferes with hunger hormones. It also affects digestion, making the stomach feel tight or uncomfortable. Many older adults, especially those living alone or navigating health issues, experience long-term stress that quietly drains appetite day by day. The social dimension. Eating is a shared human experience. Humans evolved to eat together. Meals traditionally meant warmth, conversation, belonging, celebration, and identity. But when social circles shrink after 50, the motivation to cook and eat shrinks too. A. Eating alone reduces enjoyment significantly. Research shows that when people dine with others, they naturally eat more, sometimes up to 40% more, and feel happier after the meal. When eating alone, meals feel mechanical. Cooking feels unnecessary. Food tastes less flavorful. People rush through meals. Appetite drops dramatically. B. Retirement changes, social eating routines. Before retirement, meals were structured, lunch with co-workers, breakfast on the go, dinner with family, weekend gatherings. After retirement, many suddenly face long stretches of quiet, less social interaction, fewer shared meals, disrupted routines. The body and mind both respond by lowering appetite. C. Cultural identity and lost food traditions. Many older immigrants or multicultural families in the US say they lose appetite because they miss the foods they grew up with. They no longer have family gatherings. Traditional dishes feel too hard to cook alone. Ingredients are unfamiliar or expensive. Food is culture. When culture fades, appetite fades. D. Loss of purpose around cooking. For years, many older adults cooked for children, a spouse, family gatherings, friends, holidays. But when children move out, a partner passes away, or family becomes busy, cooking becomes a symbol of loss, not a joy. Medication side effects, an overlooked cause. Nearly 70% of adults over 60 take at least one daily medication. Many of these affect appetite, including blood pressure medications, diabetes medication, antidepressants, pain medication, neuropathy treatments, heart medications, thyroid medication. Common side effects include nausea, metallic taste, lower appetite, dry mouth, mild nausea, digestive discomfort. One simple prescription change, guided by a doctor, can completely restore appetite. Oral health and appetite. People rarely talk about this, but dental changes can drastically affect appetite. Missing teeth, poorly fitted dentures, gum pain, mouth dryness, difficulty chewing. When eating becomes work, not pleasure, the desire to eat drops sharply. Many older adults avoid meats, salads, fruits, and vegetables because they're uncomfortable to chew, which leads to low protein intake, low fiber intake, faster muscle loss, fatigue. Sometimes fixing a denture or treating gum inflammation can bring appetite back in days. Early fullness and digestive sensitivity. After 50, the digestive system becomes more sensitive. Acid levels change. The stomach empties more slowly. Gut motility decreases. The microbiome shifts. This leads to early satiety, I'm full too quickly, gas or bloating, indigestion, appetite loss. This shift is natural but manageable with dietary strategies. The emotional memory of food. When the brain associates food with family, love, comfort, celebration, identity, eating is joyful. But when food becomes linked to loss, loneliness, stress, illness, aging change, appetite fades. Older adults often say, "It doesn't taste the same. It doesn't feel the same," because the meaning behind the meal has changed. A final thought before moving on. Loss of appetite is not a weakness, not a lack of discipline, not laziness, and not just aging. It is a multi-layered response involving biology, hormones, emotions, social environment, and the changing chapters of life. And most importantly, appetite can be restored. Joy in eating can return. Strength and energy can come back. You just need the right strategies, and we will explore them together in the next section. When appetite fades, the impact isn't always visible at first. Meals get smaller. Snacks replace real food. Breakfast becomes coffee. Dinner becomes a bowl of cereal. Many older adults say, "I'm not really hungry. I don't need much. My body doesn't require a lot anymore." But the truth is this: eating too little after age 50 can quietly reshape your health day by day, year by year, in ways many people don't realize until much later. Muscle loss accelerates the silent decline. Sarcopenia, the hidden condition affecting millions. After age 50, the body naturally loses 1 to 2% of muscle mass per year. But when appetite drops and protein intake falls, this rate can double, even triple. Muscle is far more than strength. It supports balance, regulates metabolism, protects bones, supports immune function, helps prevent falls, maintains independence. When muscle is lost, everyday tasks become harder. Standing up from a chair, carrying groceries, climbing stairs, getting out of bed, lifting objects. Many older adults don't notice the loss until one day they say, "Why does this feel heavier than before? Why am I weaker than a year ago? Why do I tire so easily?" The answer often leads back to undereating. Metabolic slowdown. Your body burns fewer calories. When muscle decreases, metabolism slows. This creates a vicious cycle. Less muscle, slower metabolism, less hunger, less eating, even more muscle loss. This cycle is one of the biggest contributors to frailty later in life. Bones become weaker. Increased risk of fracture. Bones are living tissues that need daily nourishment. Calcium, vitamin D, vitamin K2, magnesium, protein. Without adequate protein and nutrients, bone density declines faster, especially for women after menopause due to hormonal shifts. Undereating leads to thinner bones, higher risk of osteoporosis, increased risk of hip, spine, or wrist fractures, slower healing after injury. One broken bone can change an older adult's entire independence. Many never fully recover. Research shows that protein intake is one of the strongest predictors of bone strength in older adults, even more than calcium intake alone. Energy drops, fatigue, and so daily function. When the body doesn't receive enough calories or nutrients, energy declines. People often describe it as feeling heavy, dragging through the day, running out of energy too quickly. This is not normal aging. It is the body signaling, "I don't have enough fuel." Low appetite, low energy, less movement, more fatigue. Again, a downward spiral. The brain suffers, cognitive decline, and memory fog. The brain consumes more energy than any other organ. It requires omega-3 fats, B vitamins, glucose, antioxidants, minerals. Eating too little deprives the brain of these essentials. Effects include poor concentration, memory lapses, foggy thinking, slower reaction times, mood swings, higher risk of cognitive decline. Studies show that older adults with chronic undernutrition have significantly higher rates of dementia-like symptoms, even when they are not diagnosed with dementia. Mood and appetite are deeply connected. Low food intake, low serotonin, lower mood, lower appetite. Another harmful cycle. Higher risk of falls, the most dangerous outcome. Falls are one of the leading causes of disability among older adults in the US. Undereating greatly increases this risk because it causes weak muscles, poor balance, low blood pressure, dizziness, slower reaction time, bone fragility. Fatigue. Just one fall can lead to fractures, hospital stays, surgeries, loss of independence, long-term rehabilitation. Many falls can be prevented simply by maintaining strength. And strength begins with nutrition. Impaired immune function, getting sick more easily. Protein and micronutrients are essential for a strong immune system. Without them, older adults experience more frequent infections, longer recovery times, higher risk of pneumonia, slower wound healing. The body cannot fight illness effectively without adequate fuel. Digestive and gut health declines. Undereating disrupts digestion and gut health in several ways. Reduced fiber, constipation, low prebiotics, weaker microbiome, insufficient fluids, dehydration, lack of protein, slower gut repair, fewer nutrients, inflammation. A weak digestive system further reduces appetite, again, reinforcing the cycle. Mood declines, depression, apathy, and emotional numbness. Food is deeply connected to emotional state. Undereating can cause irritability, sadness, loss of motivation, apathy, trouble enjoying hobbies. Sleep problems. Many older adults think they're just tired, when in reality, it's undernourishment affecting their brain chemistry. The emotional spiral. Undereating, low serotonin, low mood, no appetite, even less eating. Breaking this cycle is essential for mental health. Loss of independence, the most overlooked consequence. When nutrition declines, daily tasks become harder. Cooking, cleaning, driving, managing medications, walking long distances, getting dressed. Many older adults begin relying on others, not because of age, but because of frailty caused by undernutrition. Independence is precious. Nutrition is one of the simplest tools to protect it.
Unintentional weight loss, a red flag often ignored. Losing weight without trying is never normal for someone over 50. Unintentional weight loss is linked to higher mortality risk, higher hospitalization rates, increased frailty, faster muscle loss, increased risk of dementia, reduced immune function. Even small losses, 5 to 10 pounds, can indicate a deeper issue. Slower recovery. After illness or surgery, when the body lacks protein and nutrients, it cannot heal properly. Older adults who eat too little often experience prolonged hospital stays, delayed wound healing, poor recovery after fractures, fatigue, weeks after surgery, weakness after minor illness. Doctors call this malnutrition-related decline, and it's surprisingly common.
A loss of joy. Meals stop being a source of pleasure. Perhaps the most human consequence of all. Food loses its meaning. Meals become tasks, not moments of enjoyment. People say, "I eat because I have to." Food doesn't excite me anymore. It's not worth the effort. This emotional disconnection reduces quality of life, happiness, and motivation. The bigger picture, it's not just eating less. Eating too little affects every system in the body: muscles, bones, heart, brain, immune system, digestive system, emotional health, mobility, longevity. Undereating is not a minor issue. It influences how a person moves, thinks, feels, heals, and lives. But here's the hopeful truth. Most of these consequences can be improved, even reversed, with the right strategies. Strength can return. Energy can come back. Appetite can be rebuilt. Joy can be rediscovered. And in the next part, we'll begin that journey. Eating has never been just about nutrition. Throughout human history, eating has been connection, culture, memory, celebration, and belonging. But after age 50, especially after retirement, after children move away, or after losing a partner, these social structures begin to shift. And with them, appetite changes too. Today, we explore something far deeper than food: how eating is woven into our emotional and social identity, and why understanding this can help older adults reconnect with joy at the table. Eating equals connection, the human biology behind shared meals. Since prehistoric times, humans have gathered around fire and food. Eating together was survival. It signaled trust, bonding, safety. Modern science confirms this ancient truth. Shared meals increase dopamine. They boost oxytocin, the bonding hormone. They improve digestion. They make food taste better. They increase appetite naturally. When we sit with someone we enjoy, our brain literally enhances flavor. Food becomes richer, sweeter, more satisfying. Eating alone changes brain chemistry. When an older adult eats alone, dopamine drops, oxytocin drops, pleasure signals are lower. Hunger becomes weaker. This is why a meal eaten in company often feels delicious, while the same dish eaten alone tastes flat. The emotional language of food. Every person has emotional memories attached to food. Your mother's soup, your spouse's favorite dish, holiday traditions, Sunday family dinners, neighborhood potlucks, the smell of bread, cinnamon, or coffee. These moments don't just exist in memory, they live inside the brain's reward pathways. After age 50, many emotional anchors disappear. Children grow up. Work schedules change. Parents pass away. A spouse may no longer be present. Social circles shrink. And suddenly the meal is no longer tied to celebration or connection. It becomes routine, quiet, sometimes even painful. Older adults often whisper, "It doesn't feel the same. The food tastes different without them. I miss the conversations." They're not talking about the food. They're talking about the loss behind the food. Food and identity, who we are at the table. Eating reflects identity, cultural identity, family identity, personal identity, emotional identity. But life transitions after age 50 often disrupt this. Retirees lose structured meals. Gone are the shared lunches with co-workers. Gone are the routines that anchored the day. Suddenly meals become whenever, whatever alone, without structure, appetite weakens. B. Empty nesters lose the purpose of cooking. For years, many adults cooked. For children, for a spouse, for celebrations, for gatherings. Once these roles fade, cooking may feel like, why bother? It's just for me. C. Losing a partner changes the emotional landscape of food. One of the leading reasons for appetite loss in older adults is bereavement. The dinner table becomes a place of absence. A patient once told me, "Eating alone feels like I'm eating with the ghost of my memories." For many, meal preparation becomes a reminder of loss, not nourishment.
Social isolation, the appetite killer. The U.S. Surgeon General has called loneliness a public health crisis. For older adults, isolation is one of the strongest predictors of appetite loss. Undernutrition, depression, reduced motivation to cook, accelerated physical decline. When people eat alone for long periods, they eat quickly, they skip meals. They snack instead of eating real food. Their hunger signals weaken, their overall calorie intake drops significantly. Science calls this social appetite suppression. It's powerful and often invisible. The psychology of eating alone isn't simply a physical act, it's deeply psychological. Older adults report, food doesn't bring joy anymore. Eating is just something I have to do. The house feels too quiet. Why does appetite drop so dramatically when eating alone? Because of three psychological shifts. A. Loss of motivation. No one to share the meal, no reason to cook, no appetite. B. Increased emotional eating, but eating less, not more. Younger people often eat more when emotional. Older adults do the opposite. Sad. Eat less lonely. Eat less stressed. Eat less see. The absence of conversation. Conversation activates pleasure pathways. Silence dampens them. Culture, memory, and food nostalgia. Many older adults feel disconnected from the foods they once loved because traditional dishes feel too hard to prepare, certain ingredients are unavailable or expensive, family gatherings happen less often. Beloved recipes belong to someone who has passed. This creates something researchers call food nostalgia, a longing for the emotional warmth that used to come with meals. This nostalgia can either motivate someone to cook again or shut down appetite entirely if cooking feels painful. The role of self-worth in eating. This is rarely discussed, but incredibly important. As people age, their sense of self-worth may change. I don't want to be a burden. No one cares what I eat. It doesn't matter anyway. These beliefs suppress appetite. For many, cooking for one feels like they are not worth the effort. Rebuilding self-worth is essential to rebuilding appetite. Eating as a mirror of mental health. Mental health influences appetite in powerful ways. Depressions, low appetite, anxiety, digestive issues, grief, loss of hunger, loneliness, less motivation, stress, hormonal imbalance. In older adults, appetite loss is often the first symptom of emotional distress, long before sadness appears. This is why caregivers and families are advised. If an older adult suddenly stops eating, check their emotional world first. How trauma, loss, and major life transitions affect eating. After 50, many adults experience significant events: divorce, retirement, health scares, loss of loved ones, moving homes, reduced mobility, chronic pain. Each of these can disrupt appetite through both emotional and hormonal changes. Grief alone suppresses hunger hormones and increases cortisol, which blunts food enjoyment. Trauma changes the way the brain recognizes pleasure, including the pleasure of eating. But here's the hopeful truth. Even after years of loneliness, grief, or appetite decline, the brain can relearn to enjoy food. Appetite is not permanently broken. Social connection can restore it. Pleasure can return. Joy can be rekindled. And in the next sections of this script, we will explore practical, evidence-based strategies to bring back nourishment, flavor, enjoyment, meaning, and social connection to the meals of older adults.
Appetite can fade silently. But here is the hopeful truth. It can also return. No matter your age, 50, 60, 70, 80, your brain and body still have the ability to rebuild hunger, restore pleasure, and reconnect with the joy of food. In this part of our journey, we'll explore evidence-based strategies that help older adults regain appetite, not by force, but by gently reawakening the senses, the emotions, the social connection, and the nutritional pathways that keep the body strong. Reactivating the senses, making food taste alive again. A. Use stronger, richer flavors to stimulate appetite. As taste and smell decline with age, the best solution is not more salt or sugar, it's intensifying natural flavors. Ways to do this: add fresh herbs, basil, cilantro, rosemary, add aromatics, garlic, onion, ginger. Use spices, turmeric, paprika, cumin. Brighten dishes: lemon juice, lime, zest, vinegar. Add healthy fats: olive oil, avocado, butter, in moderation. Science shows that aromas directly activate the appetite centers in the brain, even before the first bite. B. Make food colorful. Bright, colorful meals stimulate appetite visually. Color predicts nutrition and pleasure. A simple rule: 3 colors per plate. C. Use texture wisely. For those with dental discomfort or swallowing issues, Softer textures help. Stews, soups, slow-cooked meats, mashed root vegetables, smoothies. Pleasurable texture equals easier eating. D. Reheat food properly. Many older adults rely on microwaving leftovers, but poorly heated food tastes bland. Reheat with an air fryer, stovetop toaster oven. Better texture equals better appetite. Micro meals, eating small amounts more often. One of the most powerful strategies for older adults with low appetite is micro meals, small, nutrient-dense mini meals eaten every 2 to 3 hours. Why it works? No overwhelming full feeling, easier on digestion, stimulates hunger, gradually prevents energy crashes, increases total daily calories naturally. Examples of micro meals: Greek yogurt plus honey, cottage cheese, plus fruit, half a sandwich, a protein shake, mashed avocado on toast, a cup of soup, boiled eggs, oatmeal cup, soft tofu with soy sauce, peanut butter, banana. Think of it as eat a little, but eat often. Rebuilding muscle through nutrition, the key to appetite. Return: muscle isn't just strength, it's an appetite engine. The more muscle you have, the more hunger signals your body produces. This is why restoring muscle mass is the foundation of long-term appetite recovery. A. Prioritize protein. Goal: 1.0. 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. Example: a 60 kilograms person equals 60 to 72 grams per day. Protein-rich options for older adults: eggs, easy to chew, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, chicken, stew, soft-cooked salmon, tofu lentils, tuna or salmon cans. Protein shakes, excellent for low appetite days. B. Spread protein evenly. Instead of eating most protein at dinner, divide it. 20 grams breakfast, 20 grams lunch, 20 grams dinner. Small snacks. Balanced intake supports muscle rebuilding throughout the day. C. Add healthy calories without increasing fullness. Try olive oil drizzle nut butters, cheese, avocado, soft breads, potatoes. Nutrient-dense additions increase caloric intake without overwhelming the stomach. Bring social life back into eating. This is the most underestimated but most powerful strategy of all. A. Eat with someone at least 2 to 3 times per week. Science shows that eating with others increases overall food intake by 15 to 40%. Ideas: join a senior center meal program, often free or low cost. Attend a community lunch after a fitness class. Invite a neighbor for down soup. Attend church meals. Join a cooking club. Try a potluck for 2 with a friend. You don't need a big group. Even one companion can transform the meal. B. Create weekly rituals. Examples: Monday, soup night. Friday, breakfast walk. Sunday, omelette morning. Routine creates structure. Structure creates appetite. See if you truly live alone. Use virtual companionship. Many older adults enjoy eating while on a video call with family, joining the virtual meal groups, watching relaxing Eat With Me videos, listening to conversation, podcasts during meals. Conversation, real or virtual, boosts appetite. Fixing dental and swallowing barriers, many older adults lose appetite because eating is physically uncomfortable. Solutions: visit a dentist for denture adjustment. Ask for soft food options. Use sauces to moisten foods. Blend or mash hard foods. Drink water frequently to avoid dry mouth. When chewing becomes easier, appetite often returns quickly. Hydration strategies, the overlooked appetite. Booster. Mild dehydration reduces appetite by up to 25%. Encourage flavored water, herbal teas, warm lemon water, broths, fruit-infused water. Hydration improves digestion and increases hunger, correcting nutrient deficiencies that kill appetite. Certain deficiencies directly suppress appetite. Vitamin D, vitamin B12, magnesium, omega-3, zinc, iron. Especially in older women, blood tests can identify deficiencies. Correcting them often restores energy and hunger. Supplements helpful for appetite. Doctor-guided. Vitamin D3, B-complex, magnesium glycinate, omega-3, probiotics, mental and emotional strategies for appetite recovery. Because appetite is deeply tied to mood, emotional care is essential. A. Treat mild depression or anxiety. Counseling or gentle medication can restore appetite by balancing neurotransmitters. B. Build meaning back into meals. Turn eating into a ritual. Light a candle. Use a nice plate. Play soft music. Eat near a window. Bless the meal in your own way. Small rituals add emotional weight to the act of eating. Reconnect with food memories. Try recreating a dish from childhood, or a spouse's favorite recipe, or a holiday meal. Nostalgia can reopen appetite pathways. D. Practice mindful eating. Notice aroma, texture, temperature, color, sound, small details. This increases pleasure and slows down eating, both helpful for appetite. Menu templates for older adults with low appetite. Day 1, soft and gentle breakfast. Scrambled eggs plus yogurt. Lunch, chicken and carrot soup. Snack, banana plus protein drink. Dinner, baked salmon plus rice plus soft vegetables. Day 2, easy and colorful. Oatmeal with cinnamon plus berries. Lentil soup. Cottage cheese plus peaches. Beef stew. Day 3, light and nourishing. Smoothie bowl. Tofu. Stir fry. Cheese plus crackers. Chicken thigh plus mashed potato. These menus prioritize soft textures, color, high protein, easy digestion, flavorful yet simple meals build an appetite environment. Your environment shapes appetite. To make eating more enjoyable, use brighter lighting. Keep your dining area clean. Add flowers or plants to the table. Eat slower. Keep healthy snacks accessible. Avoid eating in silence. Play soft music. A pleasant environment stimulates hunger. Movement increases appetite. Just 10 to 20 minutes of gentle movement before meals can spark hunger. Walking, stretching, Tai Chi chair exercises, light dancing, yoga. Movement improves digestion and boosts appetite hormones. Reframing. Eating as self-care. Many older adults feel not worth the effort. This mindset blocks appetite. Voiceover. Eating is not a burden. Eating is not selfish. Eating is how you stay strong enough to live your life, to walk, to think, to connect, to love, to stay independent. Every meal is an act of self-care. Every meal is a vote for your future strength, your future joy, your future freedom. The first 7 days, a gentle reboot plan. This plan helps restart appetite gradually. Day 1 and 2, hydration plus tiny meals plus gentle movement. just reawakening the system. Day 3-4. Add protein at each small meal, helping rebuild hunger hormones. Day 5-6. Share at least one meal with someone, reactivating pleasure pathways. Day 7. Cook one simple dish you actually enjoy, reconnecting with joy. This one-week reboot often surprises people. Appetite returns faster than expected. The most important message: rebuilding appetite is not about eating large meals. It's about reawakening your senses, restoring human connection, protecting muscle, supporting emotional health. Rebuilding meaning nourishing your future self. Appetite grows gently, like a flame that slowly brightens. And once it's lit, the body responds with strength, energy, and renewed life. Appetite is not only an individual experience, it is shaped by environment, relationships, and support. Many older adults want to eat better, want to feel stronger, want to rebuild appetite, but they may lack motivation, confidence, inspiration, or energy. This is where family becomes a powerful part of healing. Not through pressure, but through presence, consistency, and gentle encouragement. In this section, we explore how family members can help an older adult eat better in ways that feel supportive, loving, and empowering, not controlling or intrusive. Check in with love, not pressure. Many older adults feel ashamed or embarrassed when family members ask, "Are you eating enough? Why aren't you eating more? You're getting too thin." These questions create anxiety, which further suppresses appetite. A better approach: ask with warmth and curiosity, "How did meals go this week? Was there anything you enjoyed eating? Is there anything you'd like to try? Can I help make meals easier for you?" Gentle question open the door to connection. Why this matters. Older adults often hide appetite issues because they fear being seen as weak, being a burden, being judged, losing independence. Support feels safest when it's compassionate, not demanding. Cook together instead of cooking for them. When someone cooks for an older adult, it can sometimes feel like charity or pity, but cooking with them restores dignity and joy. Simple ways to involve them. Ask them to stir the pot. Let them choose the seasoning. Invite them to pick the recipe. Prepare ingredients together. Recreate a family dish. Even 5 minutes of shared preparation creates connection and increases appetite. The emotional magic. Cooking together reawakens memories, tradition, identity, routine, confidence. It makes the meal meaningful, not mechanical. Share at least one meal a week. One shared meal a week can significantly improve appetite over time. This can be Sunday breakfast, a weekly dinner, a Saturday lunch at their favorite spot, soup night, a simple sandwich and tea in the afternoon. You don't need a big event, just consistency. Why this works: shared meals increase dopamine, oxytocin, motivation, pleasure, nutritional intake. Even a short meal together can lift mood for days. Make eating feel less lonely without being physically present. If distance or schedules make frequent visits difficult, families can still support appetite. Options: video call during mealtime, send voice messages or pictures of your own meal. Watch the same cooking show together. Encourage digital companionship, like mealtime podcasts. Create a shared recipe file. Even the sense of connection increases appetite. Prepare meal prep boxes with love, not pity. This works especially well for adult children with busy schedules. A meal prep box might include a container of soup, soft protein, chicken, salmon, lentils, chopped fruit cups, vegetables, ready to heat, a mini dessert or treat, a personal note. The key rule: avoid making it feel like you think they're helpless. Instead, present it as, I made extra and wanted to share. This dish reminded me of you. Thought you might enjoy this. Respect preserves dignity. Encourage them to join local communities. Not all support must come from family. Many older adults thrive when they have a broader social circle. Encourage senior center lunch programs, community cooking classes, walking groups that eat together afterward, church potlucks, neighborhood gatherings, library activity groups. Why? Community provides friendship routine, belonging, laughter, motivation to cook, reasons to stay healthy. Social nourishment boosts physical nourishment. Help make the eating environment. Beautiful small changes in the eating space can make a big emotional difference. Families can help by brightening the dining area, adding flowers, placing photos on the table, improving lighting, using colorful dishes, playing soft music. A beautiful environment creates anticipation, which increases appetite. Gently address dental, medical, and emotional barriers. Many older adults hide discomfort, poorly fitted dentures, gum, pain, stomach issues, depression, chronic stress. Family members can help by gently suggesting, would it help to talk to the dentist? Maybe your doctor could adjust the medication. Do you want me to go with you to your appointment? The key is gentle support, not force. Celebrate small wins. Appetite recovery is gradual. Families should celebrate finishing a whole meal, trying a new food, eating more protein, feeling hungrier, drinking more water, cooking something small. Positive reinforcement builds confidence and hunger. Encourage movement. Together. Movement boosts appetite, so do it together. Take short walks, stretch lightly, go grocery shopping together, dance in the living room, join a gentle fitness class. Movement is shared energy, and shared energy boosts appetite. Respect their independence. Above all, the deepest fear of many older adults is losing independence. When families pressure them to eat more, it can unintentionally trigger resistance, shame, withdrawal. Smaller meals, the best support honors their autonomy. Let them choose the menu. Ask what foods they prefer. Invite their opinion. Respect their pace. Empower them to lead. Independence protects dignity, and dignity protects appetite. The most important message for families. At its core, helping an older adult eat well is not about food. It is about love, connection, belonging, and the belief that their life still matters deeply. When older adults feel valued, seen, and respected, their appetite for food and for life begins to return. Families hold a powerful key, not through controlling what an older adult eats, but through making sure they never eat alone emotionally. When appetite is low, large meals can feel overwhelming. The goal is not to force big portions, but to create gentle, flavorful, nourishing dishes that encourage eating naturally. This 3-day menu is designed specifically for older adults who struggle with low appetite. It focuses on soft textures, high protein, gentle flavors, colorful ingredients, easy preparation, small but nutrient-dense portions. These meals support muscle strength, digestion, energy, and overall appetite return. Day 1. Soft, warm, and comforting. Breakfast, scrambled eggs and Greek yogurt. 2. Soft scrambled eggs cooked with a bit of butter, half cup plain. Greek yogurt with honey. Optional. A few berries for color and antioxidants. Why this works. Eggs are easy to chew and high in protein. Greek yogurt adds probiotics and calories without heaviness. Warm plus cool textures wake up the senses. Mid-morning mini meal. Banana plus peanut butter. Have the banana sliced. 1 tablespoon peanut butter. Why this works? Soft, sweet, and energizing. Perfect for someone with low appetite. Lunch, chicken and vegetable soup. Soft-cooked chicken breast or thigh. Carrots, potatoes, celery, soft onions. A touch of olive oil or herbs for flavor. Why this works. Warm soups increase appetite and hydration. Slow-cooked meats remain tender and easier to eat. Afternoon snack. Protein shake. 1 cup milk or fortified plant milk. Half scoop. Protein powder. Optional cinnamon. Why this works. Protein shakes are excellent for days when appetite is low, high nutrition, low effort. Dinner. Baked salmon plus rice plus steamed carrots. Small portion of soft salmon. White rice for easy digestion. Soft carrots with a drizzle of olive oil. Why this works. Omega-3s support brain health and appetite signals. The meal is flavorful but gentle. Day 2, colorful, easy and light. Breakfast, warm oatmeal with cinnamon and berries. 1/2 cup oatmeal. Cinnamon stimulates appetite. A handful of blueberries. Why this works. Warmth calms the stomach. Fiber supports digestion. Mid-morning mini meal. Cottage cheese plus soft fruit. 1/2 cup cottage cheese, soft peaches or pears. Why this works? High protein plus easy to chew. Lunch, lentil soup, red or yellow lentils. Softer. Small vegetables cooked until tender. Light spices. Why this works? Lentils provide plant protein, iron and comfort without heaviness. Afternoon, snack, crackers plus cheese. Spread 3 soft crackers, cream cheese or cheese spread. Why this works? A gentle, savory snack to support calories. Dinner, beef stew, soft texture. Slow-cooked beef until tender. Potatoes, carrots, peas. Light broth. Why this works? Slow-cooked meals are ideal. Flavorful, easy to chew, nutrient-dense. Day 3. Light, fresh and nourishing breakfast. Smoothie bowl. Greek yogurt. Blended banana. A bit of chia seeds, soft fruits on top. Why this works? Creamy, cold foods are easier on days without appetite. Protein plus healthy fats equals steady energy. Mid-morning mini meal. Soft-boiled egg plus whole grain toast. 1 soft-boiled egg, half of slice, toast with butter. Why this works? Eggs again for high protein, toast for warmth and comfort. Lunch. Tofu stir-fry, soft texture, soft tofu stir-fry had spinach or soft veggies. Light soy sauce. Why this works? Perfect for those who prefer lighter meals. Afternoon. Snack, Greek yogurt. Drink, a pre-made drinkable yogurt. Optional honey. Why this works? Hydrating, probiotic, easy to swallow. Dinner, chicken, thigh plus mashed potatoes. Soft, oven-baked chicken thigh. Mashed potatoes with butter. Soft peas. Why this works. Comfort food with nutrients that rebuild strength.
How to use this menu successfully. 1. Small portions are enough. Older adults with low appetite should not be pressured into large meals. Tiny portions eaten consistently matter more. 2. Add healthy calories easily. Boost calories without overwhelming the stomach. Olive oil, avocado. Nut butters, a slice of cheese. Small desserts, whole milk. 3. Hydrate throughout the day. Water, teas, soups, and yogurt drinks improve appetite and prevent fatigue. 4. Add social connection when possible. Even one shared meal per week increases appetite significantly. 5. Use this menu as a template, not a rule. Swap dishes based on preference culture, dental comfort, digestion medication schedules. The goal is flexibility, not perfection. These 3 days are more than a menu. They're a gentle reminder that eating can be comforting, meaningful, and healing. Small meals, soft textures, beautiful colors, warm flavors. With the right foods, appetite slowly returns. And with appetite comes strength, clarity, energy, and renewed joy in life. Before we close today's video, I'd love to hear from you. Every story matters, and your experience may help someone else who is going through the same challenge. So let me ask you, have you ever struggled with low appetite after age 50? Was it loneliness, stress, taste changes, a medical issue? And what helps you eat better? Warm meals, soft textures, eating with someone, or maybe a favorite childhood dish? Please share your experience in the comments below. Your voice can inspire others, and your story may be exactly what someone else needs to hear. And if you want another video about easy, high-protein meals for older adults or strategies to rebuild muscle, just let me know. I read every single comment. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Remember this: losing appetite is not a sign of weakness, aging, or failure. It's a signal, a gentle message from your body and your heart. And with small steps, soft meals, connection, routine, and a little self-kindness, appetite can return. Strength can return. Joy can return. You deserve meals that nourish you, comfort you, and remind you that your life still has meaning and value every single day. If today's video supported you, please consider subscribing so you don't miss the next guide on nutrition, movement, and emotional well-being after 50. Take care, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.